What is up, guys? Today we'll do a tier list on every single item in Fortnite, Chapter 5, Season 3. First off, Tactical Assault Rifle. Probably my favorite assault rifle from the season. For that reason, I'll put it in B tier. Combat Assault Rifle. I don't think it's better, but I know people get mad at me, but I don't care. Put it right below it at B tier. Thunderburst SMG. Now, this thing is actually really good. I carry it in like almost every match. So I think I'll put it. It's either gonna be high B or low A, but I think I'll just put it in A tier for now. Hammer pump, B tier, because one reason only. Havoc shotgun, A tier, best shotgun in the game. Carpenter SMG, pretty bad. I give it a C tier. This is the mythic gatekeep, so Cyberus. This, I don't know if I want to be S tier or not, but I'll put it in S tier for now. I don't know if I want to change the list or not pretty soon. I'll keep it in there. DMR, Hunter's DMR, I believe. I think it's pretty good actually. Put it top B tier. I don't think it's quite A tier because of the skill power rate, but yeah. Off-brand T4. I don't even know what the thing is called to be honest, but I think it's useless. F tier. Guitar. I think it was from like that one band thing earlier in the season. Pretty good actually. Put it in low B tier. Actually, let me just like that. Treasure chest. This thing only give you big pots. Everything else was not worth it with this thing, so D tier. Cannon, it's pretty good mobility, but it's only in the center of the map, which is awful. So D tier. Med Mist, probably the best white heal in the game. So they're automatically gonna go into B tier. B tier. If there was something in between A and B, it would go there, but B tier. Treasure map is pretty bad. Same chest, only gives you big pots. Split knock, pretty good. Put it in B tier. Right below the DMR. Crash pads, C tier. Only for Fortnite Reload. That's it. Fortnite Reload, this thing is actually pretty good. Heavy Impact Sniper. I love this sniper. Probably one of my favorite snipers that Fortnite's ever added. So it's automatically going to go to A tier for me. It's not S tier. And definitely not S tier yet. Torch. Pretty good with cars, but by itself it's pretty bad. So put it in D tier. I think it's better than everything. I think it's better than these three though. Swap this. Swap, yeah, right there. Auto Frenzy Shotgun. This is that mythic one from Oscar and Classy. This one is probably the top B tier. Yeah, top B tier. For sure, top B tier. Bulletproof tires. Probably one of the best attachment for cars. So A tier, although cars did kind of fall off, they're still pretty good for the cars. So bottom of A tier goes. Bulletproof tires are probably the worst, and I mean the worst attachment because it's just giving you a bigger hitbox for all the other people to shoot your car tires out. So D tier, yeah, put it right below the torch. Machine gun. Now when it came out, it was really good, but it kind of fell off after the constant nerfs. Still pretty good, but it's not as good. So might be in C tier, top C tier. Spike, not Spike, Cowcatcher. This thing was also pretty good at the beginning of the season. It's still good now, but I think I'd rather prefer Spike Bumper over it. And speaking of which, Spike Bumper is going to go to B tier. Right here, I believe. Yeah, because I find myself using this more often than the Flintlock, but not more often than the DMR and everything else above it. This, Thing is broken. Thing is S tier. You can heal any car max HP no matter what. And grenade launcher, it's just a glorified machine gun. It's way better. It's not a glorified machine gun, but it's still just way better in every aspect, honestly. So I'll put it B tier. Yeah, right there. Now time for the medallions. This guy, I believe, gives you nitro. And infinite nitro is pretty good. But I'll put it in A tier because there's a lot of nitro things in the game. So having it constantly wouldn't really be as beneficial. Um, Megalodon. I don't know his name. Megalodon medallion. Pretty good. Infinite nitro. But there's so much like nitro stuff in the game already that yeah, it's good to have, but you don't really need it at the end of the day. So I'll just put it at top of A tier. Shield medallion, obviously S tier. Obviously. Ringmaster. I think this is him. I think this is the one that gives infinite ammo. Pretty good. But it falls off endgame because if you think about it, you're gonna have everything you possibly would need, all the ammo, endgame anyways. So having this would be pretty useless in endgame, but early game is pretty good, so put it right below Megalodons. Mythic car number 1. I think this one is called Behemoth, if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty good, especially for squads. Thing is broken. It's A tier in squads, but in solos and duos and duos, it's pretty bad. I think it's probably the worst of the mythic cars. In trios, it's a B tier, but as a solo, for speaking, it's C tier. Magneto's powers, pretty broken, especially in zero build. Thing it's gonna go right here. Actually, pretty good. They're broken. Nitro barrels. These all are on the map. This is the reason why I didn't put Megalodon's medallion in A tier, because these things are all over the map, along with these. So this right here obviously gives you free nitro. The only problem with it is that it makes a lot of noise if people are alerted to your area really quick, but you get nitro. I'd rather take the nitro, so I think it's gonna go B tier, right above these 4. Toe hook thing, I don't know what the thing is called, but you could grapple on the car and there's like 100 damage to people. Pretty bad. It has the projectile speed of like slowest thing in the game or something. I don't know, but it's pretty bad. F tier. Battle bus. D tier. Honestly, bottom C tier. Could be in D tier, but it does have some uses. Like I've used it before. It's pretty fun. Pistol. This thing was pretty good because it was hit scan, meaning that it was minimal drop off and it was pretty accurate. Probably the most accurate weapon this season, besides the flint-knot. So I'll add it to B tier. Bottom, no, I'll put it, yeah, bottom B tier. Enforcer AR. It's alright. Probably the worst of the ARs, but high C tier. Because it's really mid. Especially in this meta where everybody pushes you with a gatekeep shotgun, you'd rather have an SMG or one of these 2 ARs in your inventory than have an Enforcer AR in your inventory. And I think this is a lockjaw, if I believe, mythic car. It does have another variant of it, but they're basically the same thing, so I'm gonna just use one of them. This one is way better than this one. I think it's actually A tier. Yeah, I think it's A tier. It's either A tier, bottom A tier, or really high B tier. But I don't think it should be in B tier. I think it should be in A tier. Tri-beam laser cannon. This thing is horrible. Oh my gosh. I've lost so many games because I've tried to use it, especially in ranked. Absolute garbage. Do not recommend. Nuka-Cola. Now, I wouldn't say it's better the Medmis, but the 75 shield that it gives you is pretty sweet, and the 25 HP is pretty good. So these things are like, I'd say they're equal. So I'll just put it below it though, but I'd say they're equal. These are the normal fists, right? Normal fist. Highest B tier we have. The mythic one, they only add one extra charge, so I'll just put him in the bottom of A tier. This is the normal boom boat, or boom bolt, whatever it's called. Pretty good. The only issue is that you have a hard time finding rockets. So I'll put it right below the DMR. Now, the mythic boom boat. Now this is gonna go way above, this is gonna go to A tier, probably about right here in A tier, right here. Because of the fact that whenever you get this, you're probably going to get this medallion at the same time as well. So, the issue that I brought up about the normal boom bow, about how you're going to run out of ammo and rockets are really hard to find, are negated with this medallion. So, if you combo these, it's going to be pretty good A tier. But without it, I put it right in B tier, right next to the normal boom bow, right below the DMR still. Now, the mythic beagle. I think you get this from this island that spawns, but it's pretty good. I think it's better than DMR, and yeah, I think it's better than DMR. So I'll put it right above the DMR, right there. I don't think it's better than any of these weapons up here, but I think it's better than these weapons. So yeah, normal combat shoddy, the worst shoddy in the game up right now. If I had to be honest. Put it in C tier because the lower levels are pretty bad, but once you get to like epic and legendary, it's pretty good actually. I'm not gonna lie. I put it in B tier for legendary and epics, but below that, pretty bad. C tier, high C tier, high C tier probably. The mythic one, actually pretty good. I'd put it above the hammer pump, but not above the Oscar. Oscar is slept on. The thing is so broken though. Like people don't run it. They should start running it again. The thing is so broken. This, I believe, is the mythic combat AR. I think it's the best weapon in the game so far, right now, at least. So it's automatically going to go to S tier. Flirt Cactus, also S tier, bottom S tier, because once you're in that area, you're gonna be so stacked. You're gonna have so much shield because you're not gonna be wasting any shield because you could just run by Slurp Cactus. And plus, that area with the Slurp Cactus has so many nitro barrels and so many nitro, whatever the things are called, that it's pretty easy to get max HP and everything with these at the beginning of the game, end game, and late game. And in tournaments, they literally had to restrict this so people wouldn't just stack storm damage. That's how broken it was. So obviously S tier. Nitro Splash. I think it's gonna be high E tier, but below the Magneto powers and above the tactical ARs stuff. Yes, I think so. EMP, it's only in D tier because you get gold from it. But once you have gold, like max gold, all 5,000, it's pretty useless. It put it in F tier. But you could use it off spawn to like knock somebody's shield off if you can, if you try. But if you miss, then you're dead. So I think it's going to be right here. Tip in a bottle. I think it's honestly right here. I think it's right here. Yeah, I think it's right there. And actually, I think move the car up to B tier, bottom B tier. Actually, put it right above the pistol. And now, Nitro Whirlpool. I don't know what this is called, but solid B tier. I'll put it right next to this Nitro barrel. Time for the POIs. Red line rig. It's in the best area of the map. It has a slurp cactus, plenty of cars, plenty of car upgrades. But the PY itself, pretty bad. But the area it's in is pretty good. So I'll just put it in B tier. I'm just gonna put the PYs in the front. It's not actually gonna change the ranking. It's just gonna be in the front. I forgot this one is called. It reminds me of the shark from season 2, chapter 2. But the actual POI itself is pretty bad. Same with Redline Rig. It has it's in the southern part of the map. So pretty good spot for it. But it's also really bad. It's honestly worse. No, I think it's actually pretty equal actually. So I'll just put that next to it. Save that for later. I don't know what this one is, so forget that one. Nitro Dome, pretty garbage. You only go in there for the medallion and the boom bow. It has no loot. I'll put it in D tier. The actual PY itself, D tier. Now, correct at the beginning, F tier. Like you couldn't play the game at all. With no fun in it. But after all the nerfs and as it stands right now, high D to mid C. But I put it in C tier. And that's all for today. This is the final tier list. Do you guys enjoy? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I should have tweaked about it. But yeah, this is my final ranking of Fortnite Chapter 5, Season 3. Bye.